today I want to talk about the issue that I have with games as a live service. This is a growing trend. More games are being released and companies are saying they're now going to support the games as a live service, which is a good thing because instead of buying multiple games every year, you can buy one game and that's going to be supported for a couple months to maybe even years to come. And also moving away from the trend of DLC passes or season passes, which is also good because it doesn't split the player base between who can afford to pay for extra content and who can't. Content is free for everyone, so normally games as a live service is kind of a win-win for everyone. So what's the issue that I have? Well, over the last year or two, the games that I've been buying, because a big buying influence for me is whether a game is a live service or not. Like I said, I don't have to buy multiple games. I can play this one game for a really long time, and if I like it enough, hell, I might even make videos for it. But it seems like the games that I've been buying are not even the ones that I'm buying, just in general I'd show some interest in, or the hype for them seems really big. They tend to have what I like to call the No Man's Sky effect. They launch with minimal to no content, and then like a month or two later everyone just leaves because there's nothing to do, and you pretty much gotta wait like a year before you hop back in, because that's like when they should have added enough content that there's stuff to do so you don't get bored. And yeah, I've been pretty tired of that happening over and over again, which is actually why I'm showing Division 2 gameplay, if you were wondering, because I've been playing this game all year. I feel this is the one game that I've bought in the last year or two that hasn't fucked me over. I know people that play Division for PvP purposes might not agree. I can understand why, but I only play this for PvE. So for right now, I'm enjoying the story missions. They recently added another update late this month, and I'm loving it. They've been releasing content on time with their roadmaps, doing a bunch of patches, and constantly doing maintenance on the game. So for right now, I'm really enjoying the Division 2. But some games that I feel like I've got fucked over by are, like I said, had the No Man's Sky effect. Anthem, I'm not even getting to Anthem. We know how that turned out. There's The Crew 2, there's Red Dead Redemption 2, but that one's a special case. I'll get back to that one in a minute. At one point there was Sea of Thieves. People hopped off of that because there was nothing to do, and then they finally dropped a big update months later, and then everyone hopped back on. I think people are still playing that now. I'm sure there are more games, but those are the only ones that are coming to mind because I bought them. But even like the new Ghost Recon Breakpoint, like I actually like that game. I played the fuck out of the beta. I enjoyed it. But I'm not gonna buy it yet because like I said, it's gonna be a game as a live service, and I feel like I got fucked over one too many times, so I'm just probably gonna wait till next year before I buy that. By then they should probably fix all the bugs, added a decent amount of content. Now in the case of Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm talking about the online aspect, not the campaign, because the campaign is like 60 hours, and I say it is a special case because in the case of Red Dead Online, maybe they spent all their time and resources working on the campaign rather than online. But I feel like the way they did Red Dead Online was kind of disappointing. They were doing this whole beta thing and working with the community, and I feel disappointed by that because Grand Theft Auto 5 has been out for like 5 or 6 years. Like it's wildly successful. They have the formula. They should know what works and what doesn't work and what the players like by now to be doing this all over again, because this is pretty much GTA Online all over again when it first launched. And there was nothing to do, and I deleted Red Dead last year, like around November, after I played the campaign because there was nothing else to do. And that's actually what inspired this video, because they launched an update. It was either late last month or early this month, giving the online different roles. Like you could either be a bounty hunter, a collector, or a trader. And I decided to, re-download it and try it, and I was actually having a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. This is the first time that I've actually had fun with Red Dead Redemption 2 since I bought it. I have my issues with the campaign, but in terms of online, this new thing that they added, it's really fun and enjoyable, and I come back and I play it every week because they switch the bounties. They add a legendary bounty every single week, and it is fun. I'm just like, again, this is the first time I've had fun with this game in over a year. And I think that's funny because I remember a couple of years ago, around the time when Battlefield 4 launched, and they were still doing season passes, a lot of games launched with like day one DLC, and I would be thinking, why are you adding DLC so early? Like, we haven't even played the game yet. But back then, I don't know, certain games just used to launch and they would have a lot of content. So I felt like adding more content on top of that was just a bit much at the time. But fast forward to now, I don't know, maybe I think they should go back to doing day one DLC again, but yeah, that's just how I was feeling. I like it feels like, you know, they're just okay, launch the game, you'll just add content for it later because it's a live service anyway. I know that's not the case, game development takes a long time, but again, that's just how it feels. So I don't know, I'm kind of cautious of games as a live service now. I'm just like, okay, I'll wait a couple months after I launch to see what, you know, how that turns out. So yeah, that's just how I've been feeling about some games as of late, and I was just wondering if it's just me, you know, do I have bad luck when it comes to the games that I buy, or does anyone else feel like this? And if so, what games did you buy that you were really disappointed by due to the lack of content? You can leave them down in the comment section down below. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.